Welcome back, Lelanders, to a new episode of Clone Evolution. Now, in case I forget, well, I guess we don't have any viewers yet, but in case I forget, I got to try to answer today a question for one of the viewers. They're having troubles making their first red scroll, so we'll try to cover that today. And what else are we going to do? Oh yeah, and then we're going to do all the scroll burns. How can I forget? It's the title of the episode. No, I'm pretty sure that hopefully it's just the fasting that I am starting to get a little bit delirious. So what I did today is I started to reintroduce some more food, not actual solid foods. We're still doing the liquid fast, but I did eat a whole bunch of applesauce, took a whole bunch of supplements, and I did the royal jelly again. Even though they said not to do supplements and royal jelly. Oh, hey, John, how's it going? Yeah, if you want to call into the show today, I think I got the energy to at least chat a little. I know I am kind of super tired today because I did another show already, but I took a big break in between, so it should be okay. Yeah, I was thinking today we tried doing a guest call over Skype. It didn't work so well. We ended up using Zoom, but I think I actually like Discord the best out of all of them. Yeah, interesting show if anyone wants to check out the archive. It was all about the ley line stuff, and I think the guy that we had on, what was his name again? Dickinson. Dave? Yeah, David Dickinson. So yeah, if anyone wants to check out the archive, watch his episode, or even if you just have time to give it a like, that'd be great. Like and a share. No, he helped me out with tons of research today, and I feel bad for him because I know he put a lot of effort into it, and really it's only going to help me. Maybe a few other viewers, but yeah, what a nice guy to spend so much time sharing his information. He had a little bit of problems getting his presentation going. Oh, okay. Yeah, John, sadly his mom's not feeling well. Yeah, I hope she's feeling better soon. Yeah, hopefully it's not the virus. Like, dear God, it's like I know so many people catching it again. But luckily, so far everyone's recovered, so no big deal yet, but it's a little concerning. No, I think I heard on the news, what was it, that they started releasing some of the restrictions in an attempt to raise the cases up enough to justify a new passport system, even stricter than the last one. So I don't know how true that is. We'll have to wait and see. I don't want to jinx it. Hopefully we don't see that. I don't know in Canada, I don't know how anyone else's country is doing, but they showed the chart about where the cases are for the virus when we started the injections and how the case numbers have gone. And they're all bragging. They're like, oh, look, the case numbers are so low now. They're so low. And then you look and they're like, yeah, they're the level that we had before we started using these. Oh, choking on my own saliva. No, but yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like, they're saying they're working, but it's like the level has reached the same that it was before they started using it. So that's really weird. But I'm sure the news and CDC and World Health Organization, they're just doing the best they can in a difficult situation. I don't always want to be blaming them for shit. Oh yeah, being Ukrainian too, I've been looking a lot into the conflict and learning a lot about my culture. Never learned anything about Ukraine before, really. Which people are like, how can you be Ukrainian and not know anything about Ukraine? Back in my generation, back in my day, we used to buy drugs from gangs. No, back in my day, it was, I guess more my grandfather's day and his, maybe my dad's time. But anyways, what it was is when people came to Canada originally, you weren't allowed to like do anything of your original culture. Everyone had to conform and adapt to be Team Canada. So everyone just spoke English and they really didn't talk about where they came from at all. So like I'd say 99% of the people I hung out with like every day in Canada, I had no idea what their nationalities were. Everyone was just Canadian. So I guess that's changed a lot over the years, and not to say it's better or worse, but it's definitely changed. Yeah, so I was looking at the Ukraine stuff, and man, like I knew that there was wars in Ukraine before, but I had no idea how many wars. So I noticed on the news they're making fun of like, there's two sides in Ukraine fighting each other, basically east and west. And the East and Western people in Ukraine, there's basically Russians versus the Ukrainians. And guess where the Ukrainian president Zelensky is from? He was born in the Soviet Union. And guess what his first language is? It's Russian. And guess who got him into office to be the president of Ukraine? A fucking oil tycoon. And it was a fucking, like, big-time billionaire. Who knows? Maybe even trillionaire. But anyways, yeah, so this tycoon helped get a Russian guy in charge of Ukraine. And he wanted the price of oil to skyrocket. And he didn't care how many Ukrainians died to do it. So today I was, like, looking at, like, the news on Facebook. And they're all like, holy shit, like, they started showing Ukraine and how they're sending women and children to the front lines to fight the Russians. And they're like, isn't this amazing? It's so wonderful. I'm like, you're sending women to the front lines and parading it as something good? It's like, no offense to women in the army, but back in my day, same thing. Really old-fashioned belief system is that, I can't help it, is how I was raised, is that men usually fought in wars, right? Like normally if a soldier went to an army and there was like women on the other side, they couldn't even shoot them because you can't shoot women, right? So it's like, what the fuck, man? Now our society's changed to the point where we're sending women to the front lines, celebrating it. Like, it seems so weird. But I guess to each their own. It's the new culture. Can't knock it, I guess, but... So I don't know, that was kind of sickening. Like, I had a weird feeling about this whole Ukraine situation right off the bat. Because I noticed that, like, everyone who's, like, pure evil was supporting the war escalating, giving more weapons, more planes to Ukraine. I was like, fuck guys, man, send in some diplomats. Why the fuck would you send them more weapons and warplanes? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, escalate the war? It's like, that's really what it feels like. Now, the more I watch it on the media, I'm like, the media is trying to escalate the war as much as they can. I don't know. And then you got all these oil tycoons that fucking set up the whole shit to happen. It's fucking crazy, right? Like, you think back to the Biden situation, he was dealing with the Russian oil tycoons with that laptop, and we weren't allowed to see what it was. Like, that is fucked right off the bat, too. And then you see he cancels all the oil pipelines so that everyone was dependent on someone else for oil. And then the war broke out and raised the price of oil. It's like, how much more fucking obvious could it get? Now I see why Ukraine's trying to shut down the media. It's like, man, if you shut down the media, you could get away with this shit. So that's why we're lucky. Like, all these human rights to protect media and freedom and speech. It's like, if it wasn't for that shit, man, we would have been toast a long time ago. So I'm hoping that Ukraine gets a new leader and they can get rid of that fucking Russian guy that's fucking killing them all. I can't believe, well, I guess he's a really good actor, right? So they were saying that he could trick anyone to do anything. That's how good of an actor he was. So I was like, wow, is that really someone you want to be leading you? He'd trick you to do whatever he wants. Yes, that's a fucked situation. I'm not trying to be mean to Ukraine because obviously I'm Ukrainian, so I'm not trying to pick on Ukrainians here, but fucked. What a weird situation. You know what it boils down to? What I was thinking, this war in Ukraine, people keep comparing it to the virus, and I'm like, dear God, man, it actually is comparable in a lot more ways than I realized. Like, we look at all the corruption that happened with the pandemic and how the guys that were the co-founder of Moderna that creates this, his former job was working on creating the Wuhan virus lab. So I was like, fuck, is that not a conflict of interest? Why isn't it on the front page of every newspaper? For God's sakes. I know why, because our fucking president paid the media and then they'll lie for anything he wants because he paid them millions of dollars out of our taxes. Fucking scumbag. But anyways, now I'm sure Justin too. I don't want to keep blaming him. Maybe he's trying the best he can. Ooh, we got Harsh Assassin. That was good because a lot of the brown scrolls I've been burning while everyone was gone, we were just getting absolute shit. I burned a whole bunch and we didn't get anyone. So at least we got one good purple there. Well, I shouldn't say good, but at least it was a purple. Alright, so let's check the situation. Not too many politics, but man, that's just what's been happening with me lately. I'm going to do a whole episode about what it's like to be a Ukrainian, Canadian, son of war refugees, and put it on YouTube. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down, but no, someone was telling me, like, if you post anything that, like, objects to, like, what's an acceptable belief, they'll just silence you. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get silenced. Yeah, so I'll try to do that so I won't have to keep bitching too much or talking about it during video game hours. Alright, so yeah, I figured I'd share what's happening with the whole diet situation. I think I made it down to, what was it today? Yeah, 202. So we're getting closer and closer to already cracking the 200 mark. And I started at 206 and it's been a few days, so really it could just be water weight, but fuck man, 3 days of fasting, I'm kind of surprised I didn't lose a full 6 pounds. I really didn't even drink much. And yeah, according to my thing, my metabolism's super high right now, so I'm surprised that it didn't fly off faster. I think the last time I fasted for 14 days, I lost over 20 pounds. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. If you don't eat anything, you usually lose 2 pounds a day, according to the caloric burn, and which you're not supposed to do. Obviously, consult your doctor and all that shit. Don't do anything crazy. Alright, so you wish to begin sweeping the floor. Confirm. Oh yeah, that was the other thing with this diet though. That's the main reason I started to work more food in, is because I started to get lightheaded and a little bit like weaker. So I'm like, oh fuck man, I'm starting to get weak already. So, well, I guess 3 days of no food. So what I did is I started like just popping back the supplements. Because you know the vegan thing? Vegans are allowed to fast or technically starve themselves on YouTube because they take supplements. And the idea from like the World Health Organization, the CDC, is they're trying to tell people now that you can survive from not eating meat or animal products. You can just take supplements and eat plants. So that's my diet right now. I'm literally just drinking applesauce and like taking back handfuls of supplements. And it's still not working, right? So I don't know how people are able to do this veganism thing for like 10 or 20 years. It's like, fuck man, I'm at day 3 and I'm almost croaking. Well, I can't say that because YouTube will get mad. I'm a little bit lightheaded. Not extremely. Yeah, I noticed my concentration breaking a little too, so I'm definitely going to have to start working in more solid foods. Alright, so we do have enough to burn one of these. That's sweet. No, for me, it's a fucking bitch to like just eat less for like fucking months and months and months. I'd almost rather just like fast for like a week and then just have all the weight fly off and then I don't have to spend months trying to lose it. I know it's not a good way to do it because a lot of times people just bounce and rebound right back to the same weight and then yeah, even sometimes more. So it's always not a good idea. I'd have to say 9 times out of 10 it's probably not a good idea. No, and if you ever want to fuck up your memory really bad, like hypothetically, is yeah, if you fast for a long time, or even like go vegan, I guess, but deprive yourself of like the nutrients to support your brain, watch how fast your fucking memory declines. That's actually the first time in my life that I felt memory decline like severe, was from fasting. I know some people swear by fasting. I know I was talking to one of the viewers named Muhammad earlier today, and he was saying that his culture fasts actually next month. So what is it, March, April? So yeah, he'll be fasting in April. And he was saying that under Islam or Islamic laws for fasting, they just do it during the day. So they're still able to eat after dark. I didn't even know that. I thought it was like all day and all night. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, so I'll keep sharing everyone's progress. The good news is my clothes fit again. I was like, holy fuck, man, I gained so much weight there. I thought my clothes couldn't fit anymore. I was like, fuck, am I going to lose the weight or buy all new clothes? So thank God, at least 3 days I'm back to fitting my clothes. 5. I'm going to wait till it reaches 6 and then I'll buy it. Alright, so let's answer the viewer's question first before I forget, as I speak about forgetting shit. He said that he got a red. Let's read it in the comments. Ah, I have it open still. That's good. Oh yeah, that was the other thing too. People are picking on the Ukrainians, the ones on like either the east or the west. And I think each of them bring up valid points, right? Like the Ukrainians on the east, Ukrainians on the west. And now people are trying to say is that the Ukrainians on, what was it, the western side are Nazis. So I'm like, Nazis? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Are they putting Jews in concentration camps? And they're like, oh, no, not that kind of Nazi. I'm like, well, what do you mean then? Like a National Socialist Party where they advocate for socialism? It's actually the literal definition of Nazi. And then they're like, oh, no, it's not that either. So I'm like, well, what the fuck are you talking about then? And then they're like, oh, they have a symbol on their political party that looks like a swastika. So I went and looked at it, and I'm like, fuck, man, it looks like a U or something. Like, what the hell are you talking about that it's a swastika? It's like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, and then on their website for, like, the actual political party, this West Ukrainian one, they openly admit that they're bigots, not racists or Nazis. And there's actually a big difference. And then I started to realize why, too. I was like, why are Ukrainians bigoted? And then I'm like, oh, that's why. It's because they've been fucking invaded over and over and over again for like hundreds of years, right? So it's like, how many times are you going to get invaded by another culture before you're like, fuck, man, let's keep these other cultures out just so we can go like maybe 10 years without getting fucking invaded. So it's like, yeah, bigotry is not very nice, but if you get fucking invaded over and over and over again, right? Eventually it's going to rub off on some of the people, right? They're going to be like, holy fuck, let's protect our borders. So yeah, I guess I don't want to pick on the left or I guess the east and west too much, because I know we do have viewers of the show from Ukraine, so not that if I didn't, I wouldn't stay objective either way, or at least try to. No, it's not always easy. Yeah, so what a fucked up situation. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing too, is like everything that happened fucked up during the pandemic is like happening again. It's almost like pandemic part 2. We're getting this like corruption above the presidents that are bossing the presidents around, telling them what mandates they want, what building back better is going to be. Hey, Gusto, how's it going? Oh, John, he says he's got a conversation. His mom got up to level 30 in pyrotechnic. Wow, and locked serendipity. Yeah, I'm dying to play Entropia again. I was actually trying to play all week this week, and it just hasn't been going well for my body. This fucking fasting. Yesterday I had fucking a horrible fucking migraine like the whole day, and that was actually from quitting weed. So it actually made the fasting feel even worse. So I was like, oh man, I was like, felt like I was like almost feeling sick actually. Not quite, but pretty close. Not to downplay feeling sick. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get back to some Entropia soon. I was actually going to do it tonight, but then I was like, shit man, if I don't play Clone Evolution, I miss out on the entire event. See, that's where Entropia, where they really got to improve the game, is you got to put pressure on people to keep logging in over and over and over again. That's where Clone Evolution, this game, they shine. Like Clone Evolution, there's like not even a fucking exit button. Like there's no way to close this game other than literally shutting down the entire emulator. There's no exit button. So they said that's one of the best things you can do when you design a game. You make no possible way to shut it down. So it takes away the temptation to be like, hey, I'll just close the game. The game's literally going to stay open. So yeah, Entropia, they fucked up like that. They should have never put an exit button to exit the game. They should have made it where you literally just have to like go down, click the engine, and shut it down. Oh, and the other thing Clone Evolution does that Entropia should do is they fucking give these rewards for logging in every day. Now, like if you log in every day consistently, you start getting better and better and better rewards. So people could be like, well, they can't do that in Entropia because it's based on a real cash economy, right? So they really can't just keep giving shit away, keep giving it away. But the argument to that is Entropia sometimes gives away items that have no TT value. So you could give away those type of items. So even if the game, like if these people are collecting these free items, they can't bankrupt the game because they literally can only sell it to other players. They can never cash it in the TT machine. So Sweat is very similar to that. It's one of the items you can collect in Entropia. They basically give it away for free, but the catch is, you may have seen it, oh yeah, we're fighting this team again. Yeah, I think we can beat it. Isn't that funny? This other team is level 391. So they're almost at Suki's level, for God's sakes. And this is the team they built? Not to mock them, but I think this player's kind of good and that player's kind of good. But yeah, I guess Freya too. But these other three, God, would you really give 3 stars to each of these? I was actually just about to make this chick. Now actually seeing how she fights, let's see. Do I really want to make her? God, she's 3 stars and see what she can do against me. Yeah, so if Entropia was smart, like in the new game engine, copy fucking Clone Evolution. It's like so good at getting players addicted to playing it. And then yeah, same thing with Clone Evolution. They copied one of the things from poker that, what is it, Entropia should copy, is, you know what makes poker players like super addicted, like it fuels their addiction for gambling more than ever? It's seeing the next hand. It's like they're always like, oh, the next hand I might get aces, next hand I might get a royal flush. They're always looking for that next hand. It's like a fix, right? So I was thinking that's what Clone Evolution does really well, is they give you these like scrolls to burn. So you're always like, hey man, what's my next clone gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, right? You never know, because when you burn the scroll, it could be anyone. So it's very randomized, and it creates that rush. You're like, hey, what's the next pocket aces? What's the next royal flush? What's the next Alice that I'm gonna get? Best hero in Clone Evolution. Yeah, so everyone can see how this battle's playing out. Despite playing against a level 400 team, my genie seems to be able to defend them no problem. Like I literally almost don't even get hit. That's how I was thinking, Jesus, I didn't even need to bring the healer. Not to mock it, the battle's not over yet. That's how I was thinking, one of these days I gotta try to get an interview with an actual Mindark employee so I can talk to them about Entropia. Because man, I would love to actually talk to the game designers, give them a few pointers. Like I guess they're better game designers than me, obviously, because they've made games and I haven't, but I just have a few pointers from other games that work really well. Yeah, so if you could log into Entropia every day and have some sort of fix, like you're getting some item for free, and you're getting more and more of them the more you log in. You even get better ones if you log in like repeatedly, like the same consistent once each day. You get a better item and a better item and a better item. Or heck, maybe even just give the same items, but people can sell it to other players. So they'll be like, holy shit, someone else needs this item. If I just come in, collect it for free, I can sell it, and then start using some of that money for hunting or mining or whatever the jazz. Hey, Gusto. Oh yeah, I already said hi. Naked HD, welcome back to the chat. Just keep your clothes on, ladies. It's YouTube. Holy, finally. That's what I was looking for. I don't know, has anyone ever fasted and not got hunger pains? I'm literally like on 3 days haven't eaten any food except for a bit of applesauce and supplements. Oh, and royal jelly. And I haven't had any hunger pains. It's like my stomach just doesn't growl at all. And can you imagine 3 days of not eating and not growling? That is fucked up. The only thing I'm thinking is quitting weed. Whenever you quit weed, you just all of a sudden stop getting hungry. And it lasts for however long you were smoking the weed. So if you smoked like shitloads of weed, you won't be hungry again for a long time. Fuck, 3 days later and I'm still not hungry. It's fucked up. Like what other thing can happen to you that you can not eat for 3 days and still not be hungry? It seems ridiculous. Oh yeah, that was the other thing, that people like the content about quitting weed. I was like, man, fucked up situation. Maybe it's a little bit too personal for some people, but I started to notice last time I quit weed for 3 months, I'm like, what effects is it actually going to have on my body? Fucked up parts is most cases it was all negative. Other than my mouth improving, my gums healed quite a bit, I lost weight, but the major problem was it started to kill my drive. And I was like, man, I started to get real lazy, even though I wasn't smoking weed. And I was like, why am I so lazy and have no drive to do anything? And then I looked it up on the internet today, and I found out there was some studies published, and they found out that when you smoke lots of weed, it actually regulates your hormone levels to some degree. So it actually controls how much energy you're getting, how much sexual drive you get, how better you can perform sexually. And they even did in the study, and then they found out that people that are chronic weed users, on average, have 20% more sex than people that don't. And that's just like from the study. So can you imagine how much they actually really did? Not that you're like kind of nervous to tell someone. It's like an awkward topic. People can't even talk about it. Because I started to really notice that too. Like every time like you turn into like webcam software or whatever and you see adult performers, they're always smoking weed. You ever notice that? It's like there's the occasional one that's not, but usually if it's couples especially, like couples that smoke weed are almost like 99% more likely to start doing porn. It's weird. Well, I guess it's not weird. It's part of that hormone regulation. So that's a fucked up thing about weed, and I never realized it before. And yeah, that's what happened to me. It was like I quit smoking weed for 3 months, and my drive and performance just crashed. And I was terrified. I was like, holy fuck, I'm getting into my 40s. All of a sudden, maybe my body just doesn't work properly anymore. And then all of a sudden, I started smoking weed after the 3 months. Everything went back to normal. So I was like, oh, thank God. Here I was worried that I was like, man, I'm going to have to start buying Viagra or something. Thank God. Whew. That was a close one. Yeah, so not to like say weed is the greatest thing ever, but I was like, holy fuck, man. I was actually kind of surprised at how many actual positive effects were coming from weed. Unless people don't want sexual drive or energy. In that case, then quit weed, you'll be all set. Now, it's always thinking for Women's Day. So that's my treat for Women's Day. If any of the ladies are listening to the show and your man in your life is just not performing, roll him a joint. Even if he doesn't smoke weed, force him to. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking, everyone. I don't want to get in trouble from YouTube. But seriously, the studies on CNN, look it up. Sexual performance in weed. Or THC, or I think they called it cannabis in the article. Yeah, and I should have realized that too, because I kind of noticed that when I was growing up in high school. Like a lot of the people that I knew that were like heavy weed users were constantly like going to like orgies or crazy sex parties and stuff. I was like, holy shit, man. Maybe it's the gateway not only to other drugs, but to being a sex addict. Not that there's anything wrong with that, especially with the hot ladies. Just kidding. So I don't know, that's really going to change my opinion when it comes to online dating. I think every time that I'm online dating and I see a profile of a woman who's like anti-weed, it's just going to be like skip, skip, skip. And I was actually very more or less biased before. But I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to get to that situation. We're in a relationship and you don't even have sex. It's like, oh, it's the best part. Well, I guess, yeah, the companionship, but... Oh well. Yeah, you learn something new every day, right? I try to keep learning. That's why I figure if I'm going to be getting dementia at an early age from a bunch of high risk factors, at least I can try to fight it as long as I can by keeping my mind active. So I really try to watch as little TV as possible. Spend most of my time arguing on social media. Keeps the mind sharp. I know people in the chat, they're always like, man, why are you always arguing with people on social media? Why don't you just sit around and watch TV? I'm like, well, because if I vegetate, I'll get dementia. I actually have to like keep my mind active or I'm fucked. Not in a good way. No, for a second there, I almost thought I was hallucinating tracers. God, I really got to start getting some solid food in me. Fucking 3 days, not even hungry. I'm gonna have to find something that I enjoy eating to tempt me to eat. I really don't have any food in my house that I like to eat right now, so it's making it really easier not to eat. Yeah, it's always one trick. If you're ever trying to lose weight and you're having problems and you're lazy, use the laziness to your advantage. Just make it like, don't fill your place full of food that's so easy to eat. Make it a challenge. So if you want to binge eat something, you'll have to go to the store and buy it. And then I'd be like, man, I'll use your laziness. I'd be like, oh, I'm too lazy. I just won't go to the store. That's actually one of the times I quit smoking. I was just too lazy to go to the store and get cigarettes. All right. Holy shit. Now, for hunger, what it actually is, I've noticed it to a certain degree. I could be wrong about it, so don't take my word on it, maybe look it up, but I think it is, like, you notice when you fast for a long time, the fat in your stomach is literally, like, dissolving, right? So all of a sudden, when that fat starts to dissolve, what happens? It makes the grumbling noise. So if your stomach really isn't grumbling, that's why I'm thinking I'm not really losing any weight. Because, yeah, I should really be feeling the stomach grumbles and, like, all these bubblings and, like, fat dissolving. Could be wrong. I don't know. I should look that up. Let's see. I always make fun of Pat and Ian because they never look shit up before they say it. And then I catch myself doing the same shit. Does fat dissolving cause hunger pains? Yeah, I don't believe that. So far, there's 2 articles that say that, does hunger mean you're burning fat? It says no, but they don't offer any evidence of what it actually does mean. So yeah, I don't really believe that unless you have an explanation. Ah, here it is. Well, that's the funniest thing about the internet, eh? They're very true about that. It's like you can literally look at the list of search results and one will say one thing, one will say the opposite, next link will say another opposite. So it's like, which one do you take? Huh. Yeah, there's literally like not a single health article from an actual legitimate source that came up in the results. Must be a bad question, I guess. Yeah, see, that's the weird thing. It says right here, this one seems weird. It says 10 signs you're losing weight. You're not hungry. Well, I don't know. I haven't been hungry in 3 days. And I barely lost a couple pounds without eating anything. So that isn't true for me, at least. Your sense of well-being improves. Yeah, so I guess that. Your clothes fit differently. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you notice more muscle definition. Well, I don't usually have that problem. Your body measurements are changing. Yeah, chronic pain improves. Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed. Like even my back pain and like arthritis, just losing weight, fuck man. Even my knee pain, everything's almost gone. I don't know, I was thinking it could be the royal jelly too. Oh yeah, and the blood pressure. If you're ever getting blood pressure issues, seems like losing weight seems to help with that, according to Healthline. I'm not offering health advice, make sure you consult a professional. I'm just voicing an opinion. How long does it take for your body to start burning stored fat? Let's see, it says, how does it take your muscle, glycine, 30 to 60 minutes of exercise. Yeah, see, that's probably why I'm not losing too much weight either. It's because really, I've been feeling like shit for the past 3 days, so I barely worked out. Well, actually, I did work out a bit today, but not as much as usual. %9. Alright, we'll try to skip some of these so we can get to some more Clone Evolution action. We really got to get to the viewers' questions here. Yeah, because I'm used to a lot of different types of stomach pains. Like I've literally had a tumor in my stomach, so I know what that pain feels like. Definitely very different from hunger. What other hunger or stomach pains? Oh yeah, then there's the nausea stomach pains. It's definitely different from that. So yeah, it's like the stomach pain or growling from losing weight. Very different sensation. Or like the old joke goes, it's every time you're sweating, it's actually your fat crying. All right, victory. All right, so what are we gonna do? Oh yeah, the clone thing. I was thinking in order to do it, do we actually have enough? Man, it's so hard to concentrate. All right, let's see. We could burn this guy, and then will we have enough? Getting closer to burning those. All right, let's burn. Oh, fuck, man. We're still at the cap? Didn't I just, like, dissolve some heroes? Or no, I did the clones. That's why. Thank God. Remembered. Or did I remember? Oh my fucking God. No, I didn't remember. I could have swore I just went to the Institute and burned heroes. I completely forgot, I guess. What the fuck? Yeah, I definitely need more solid foods. Fuck, man, that's so weird. It's like I can vividly remember actually going in, burning heroes, making room. So fucked up. Oh well. This actually kind of reminds me of back when I had my concussion symptoms really bad. It's almost like a very similar feeling. Being in a daze where it's like hard to concentrate on stuff. It's fucking annoying. Alright, so yeah, I can hardly wait till I get over and back to normal weight. Alright, so we're going to have to go to the Darwin lab and clone up some heroes. I think that is literally the only way we can make room in the team. So say the viewer's got a problem where he got enough heroes. Oh yeah, that's what we were going to bring up on the screen. The viewer's problems. I got sidetracked because I read the one about Ukraine first and then just stopped reading it. Alright, so let's put this on the screen so people can see it. I don't think there's any boobs on here. Yeah, we're good to go. I should probably check that before I put it on the screen. Alright, so we got the question from Keeman Friends. So thanks for the question. Appreciate it, Keeman. Alright, he says, or she, I've got all the characters to make my first red hero. The problem is that whenever I go to make him, none of the characters pop up. Now, popping up. No, I'm just kidding. What are we referring to in popping up? So yeah, that's a little bit confusing. If anyone can understand the question better than I can, I'm going to try to answer it, but I'm confused. I've got all the characters, but they don't pop up. Right, so I guess the only way we can solve this is to just show how to make one and then see if that helps the viewer. Alright, so which one were we going to make? Or which one could we make? Oh yeah, it was that ice one. We had all the ingredients for her. So what we'll do is we'll put this girl in the machine like we were going to turn her red. That just sounds awful. So yeah, you put her in there. And as far as the clones not popping up, so we got to that stage. And then what you would do is you'd click that. And if you have the... Oh, I know what happened. If the hero doesn't show up, like in this list, but you have them, guess what the problem is? It's they're linked. So if you have them in the Darwin capsule, they won't show up. Like, you know how you do, what is it called? The rescue capsule? That's it. If you have them linked in there, they won't show up. So it's like if they're in any of these spots, or they're in any of these spots, they won't show up in that list. So you literally got to take them out, and then they'll show up. And I think there's a few other places they won't show up. If maybe if you have them in the campaign and they're part of your team, if they're any of these heroes, they won't show up either. So you actually have to take them out. So that's the only thing I can think to answer the viewer's question. If anyone else has got ideas of how to answer the viewer's question, they can just put it there. Oh, I should have shared the Discord with them so they could try asking too. So if the viewer's watching this episode, just make sure to check out the Discord if you get stuck again. I'll put it in the chat right now. Lelanders Discord, invite people, copy. There we go. Yeah, that was actually one of my biggest challenges today when I was doing that podcast. Try to do a podcast while you're fasting and you can't fucking concentrate on anything. All right, so there we go. We got the comment in there. Did it come in? Why is it so slow? It says live chat and top chat. Oh, there. It's just really slow. All right. Yeah, at least it worked. That's what she said. Yeah, I remember when I was 206, this sweater or this shirt was like literally tight on me. Isn't it weird? 3 days is all it took and now it's baggy. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, the human body, it's pretty resilient to some ways. If you really need to lose weight fast. I don't know if anyone's seen the record weight loss that they used to do for UFC. It was so dangerous. I forget, what did the one guy lose? Like 20 pounds in 1 day or something? But yeah, he almost died from it. I think he had like liver failure or organ failure of some type. So then after that, the UFC made stricter rules where you're not allowed to lose weight that fast. And how he did it is his training partners locked him in the sauna and they made him bike on an exercise bike wearing a snowsuit. So, and they turned the sauna up to like full blast. So he literally just biked like for hours wearing a snowsuit in a fucking sauna. And he lost like 20 pounds in a day. But sadly, yeah, his organ failure and he lost the fight. So yeah, just goes to show you try to do things too quick. Finishing quick isn't always better. Right, ladies? Oh, God. Got to get my mind out of the gutter. Ugh. Oh, yeah, and if anyone wants to know how I've been doing with the royal jelly, first day tasted like shit. Second day, I tried making like sweeteners with it, making it taste better, and it kinda did, but not really. So third day, I took the max dose of royal jelly, I think it was like a 1/4 teaspoon, and I frickin' just ate it pure, like right out of the spoon. And then on the internet, they're like, it'll actually work better if you keep it under your tongue for as long as you can. And then I started to realize why they said as long as you can. Because like the longer you do it, the worse it tastes. So it's like it gets worse and worse and worse to the point where you're almost going to throw up. Well, at least for me. So when they say, how long can you put it under your tongue? Oh, So yeah, what I did is I just swallowed it. Get rid of that nasty shit quick. Woohoo! Holy shit, we got some good items. 24 coins. Yeah. That's fucking sick. Alright, let's see who we unlock this time. Another shitty hero. I don't get it with this game, man. Why did they even put these heroes here? Like, almost every single one you unlock is just absolute trash. There's almost no fun in it. Alright, which hero is it? Is it this one? Yes! Memory worked. I couldn't say memory worked. I think I just guessed. Alright, try to trick the viewers. My memory is working great. No, I don't think I can trick too many of the regular viewers. Those days are long gone. Still no free challenge, eh? Is that 3 hours? Holy fuck. Oh yeah, I had the funniest debate today with someone about housing. In Canada, they've started to teach like young, well, I guess not even young people, like people in general, what our government in Canada has started to do. Oh man, it's fucking hilarious. I don't know if, I think the States might have done it too. It's almost one of those things where it's like an order coming from beyond the president and he gives it to like all the world leaders and then they all have to do it. So what happened in Canada, yeah, anyone in the States, they could correct me. Maybe they did it differently state by state. But in where I live, I think it was a nationwide, like Canada-wide. I could be wrong. Maybe it was just Ontario, the province I live in. But what they did is they're like, hey, there's a pandemic. Instead of giving people, well, that's the funny thing. They gave people free money to like pay the rent. And you know what else they did? They blocked the landlords from evicting people. So what happened was a lot of people in Canada, they just stopped paying rent. And then their landlords are like, hey, if you're not paying rent, could you please leave? And they're like, no, the government says I can stay here as long as I want for free. And then all the landlords are like, holy fuck, man, this situation really sucks. Because that's literally their job, right? They're a landlord, they collect revenue from their tenants, and that pays their bills. It's literally their 9-to-5 job, being a fucking landlord. So a lot of people in Canada got so accustomed to just living for free for like 3 years that all of a sudden when they announced that, oh, now you have to start paying rent again, a lot of people are still refusing. And they're even going online and making like hate speech and like threats to the landlords, calling them like evil scumbags for collecting the rent. I was like, holy fuck, man. Like, this literally is like communist ideology. People always make fun of Justin Trudeau turning Canada into a communist hellhole, but I don't even know if it's really his fault, because I think he got the order to do that from someone else, because other countries were doing it too. And that like literally breaks, what is it? I think 3 or 4 human rights. Like, you're literally not allowed to deprive someone of their jobs. Like, if they have a legal job, you can't take it away from them for no reason. That's one of the human rights things. So the government literally, well, I guess their reason was the pandemic, but they gave people free money anyways. So it's like, if you're giving the people free money, shouldn't they still have to pay the rent? Not that you give them free money and then they don't even have to pay rent. So yeah, it's a fucked society. Like, we literally have a lot of people arguing on the internet that they just want to stay home, they never want to go to work, and they want to live in a fucking nice condo or apartment and never pay rent. I was like, oh my god, like, what kind of weird society are we creating? So fucked up. Like, to me, when I was responding to a few of the people in the comments, I'm like, buddy, you're making fun of someone who literally took money from their lives to buy a house and put a roof over your head. You're mocking the person who put a roof over your head. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, the one guy even said that landlords serve no purpose to society and that they're scumbags. So I was like, what a fucker, man. I got a feel for him because maybe he really got brainwashed by the Canadian government to believe that's acceptable. Like Justin Trudeau was literally on TV every day telling people that that was okay. So I know a lot of people make fun of me about it. They're like, oh, you support the landlords. Like, what are you, some sort of like rich landlord? I'm like, no, actually, I'm fucking super pov. It's like if there was free rent or something, I'd be the fuck out of here as fast as I could. No, I shouldn't really say that because I did have the opportunity to do those free rent things. I'm like, fuck it, man. I don't want to be a leech. It's like I've already been leeching enough in my life that I don't want to keep doing it anymore. So, or at least as little as possible. No, because when I was younger, it's like I was one of those kids that like didn't get allowance. So, or I didn't have a job, and my parents wouldn't even let me get a job. So I was like, okay, so I'm not allowed to get a job and I don't get allowance. So when I go out and hang out with my friends and they're all spending money on stuff, what am I supposed to do? And then like, oh, I guess you'll have to find something else to do. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's actually, if life all of a sudden just became free everything and I didn't have to be a leech anymore. No, that's where I was going. Yeah, so damn, it's like I was a leech for so long when I was younger because I literally had no way of getting money other than like selling all the things that I owned. Which I actually did at one point. My parents even asked me, they're like, why do you keep selling everything you own? It's because I don't have a job and I don't have allowance. It's like, how the fuck else am I going to get any money? Yeah, that was back in the days before the internet. So it's like you literally couldn't get a job online either. You couldn't get a job at YouTube. You couldn't start a website. Back in my day, we didn't have the internet. Now, it's always laugh when I talk to my nieces and nephews. They're pretty young. And they're like, I talk to them like, hey, my niece. I'm like, go easy on me. Stop like jumping on me because I'm old, right? She's like, you're not old. You're not old. Hey, Mohammed, how's it going, man? Welcome back. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice of my niece to say that I'm not really that old. And then I'm like, well, you know how old I am? And she's like, no, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm older than the internet. She's like, no, you're not that old. Yeah, all of these kids today, they always think like the internet's like hundreds of years old or whatever. And I'm like, no, literally, I'm well older than the internet. Now, I think technically the military did create an internet. What was it, in like the early 80s or whatever, but still, I'd be older than that because I was born in 79. I think, what was it, Al Gore or someone? He was the one trying to take credit for inventing the internet. Remember Al Gore? He used to go on TV. He was like one of those crazy environmentalists preaching catastrophes. He's like, oh, I gotta raise your taxes so high because if I don't, the ice caps will all melt by the year 2020 or whatever. Or no, by the year 2000. I think that's what he was going at. And the year 2000 came and went and nothing melted. That's why I'm always very skeptical when the environmentalists are like, oh God, it's a catastrophe. We have to collect more tax. If we don't tax the weather, what will we do? It's like, I don't believe any of that shit. Oh, actually, I can't even say that now. YouTube says we have to agree with man-made global warming or we will be silenced, possibly even killed. They'll take away your income and you could starve to death. So you have to agree that it's man-made global warming that justifies charging us all carbon tax. Isn't that swell? So yeah, don't get worried, YouTube. I agree. It is global warming caused by man. That was one of my favorite YouTubers. He's like, if you ever want to get away with saying stuff on YouTube, the best way he found was just say everything agreeing with what we're supposed to say, but then shake your head the whole time. Because the algorithm can't make out head shaking yet. That's also why I do the hand symbols and the sign language. It's because literally YouTube's algorithm hasn't adapted to that yet. Yeah, people are probably always wondering. It's like, why am I always using sign language instead of saying stuff? Oh man, I seen the worst joke for Women's Day today. I don't know if I should share it. Probably shouldn't, but I will. Oh wait, no I can't because I don't have the folder open. If I open this folder now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some boobs showing. So I better not. I know there's probably a few guys that want to see boobs on the screen, but YouTube is not going to go for that. Oh yeah, I can't completely knock the vegans and their supplements, because one thing I started to notice, I was getting the muscle cramps from low magnesium. I took the magnesium supplement and it did take away the cramps. So I was like, oh, that whole idea of magnesium actually working for cramps. So maybe the vegans are at least part right. Can't say that there's not two sides to every coin, right? Sure, it's International Women's Day. Okay, I'll try. Hopefully it doesn't get my account shut down. Oh, phew, it opened on the other screen. Whew. No, it's a terrible joke, and I'm just sharing it because it's bad, and I want people to know better. Not that I actually think it's funny. It's terrible. No, I don't actually think this is funny. No, I think we're just showing it because this is the worst Women's Day joke ever award. Not that we agree with it or that it's funny, it's just the award going to it. Alright, so let's open it. International Women's Day. Could have ironed it. It's all wrinkled. Oh, that was terrible. But no, that's one of the jokes from like the olden days, right? It's not a real funny joke, it's very mean. The olden day culture is very mean. We cannot agree with how we were raised. No, the thing in the old days was, yeah, men were supposed to go to die in battles and women were supposed to look after the families because the men were dead. So they got to do the ironing and other stuff around the house because no one else was alive. Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's like when you look at the arguments between men and women about how they're upset about stuff. Women are upset because they want to die in the front lines of an army, and men are upset because, what was it we were upset again? I already forget. Oh yeah, we were upset because we can't make fun of housekeeping jokes. No, sorry ladies that are listening to the show. I'll try to make a guy's joke and make fun of guys as well. We'll try to maintain some balance. No, I'll try to think of a good joke to make fun of guys. What other one do we got here? Ah, here's another one. It says, her, what is the beautiful scent this man is wearing? He's like, it's gasoline. Or yeah, expensive. Boy, I butchered that. But anyone who read it probably laughed before I ruined it. No, they're making fun of the gasoline prices because, yeah, that Zelensky guy, the Russian who got in charge of Ukraine, who got funded by the oil tycoon to win the election. Yeah, he fucked. Oh, and he was the Biden laptop with the Russia connections, canceling the pipelines. So yeah, that's basically the world events that led up to raising the price of gas so that oil tycoon could fucking just rake it in. Just like Moderna just rakes it in. Just like Pfizer just rakes it in. That's why I almost think, as bad as the war is, we're learning a lesson from this war that we can apply to other situations. Or it'll be like, holy fuck, or like billionaires got in charge of shit, started to fuck with the politicians and created a huge scandal that fucked over the entire world to the point where they're killing shitloads of people for money. So I was like, holy fuck, if we take that application and look at other situations in the world, what happened with the pandemic? Bunch of billionaires, lots of people dying, them making shitloads of money. We're starting to see this pattern, right, developing. So hopefully that's the end of the pattern and we won't have to learn this lesson again, but I have a feeling this lesson's going to come in threes. So whatever the next thing is we're going to learn, it's going to be a big one. Yeah, who knows what the next one is. I never really saw the oil. I should have seen it coming, right? Like, as soon as Biden canceled the pipeline, like, I don't know, did anyone even watch the speech that he did telling people he's going to cancel the pipeline? It came up during the presidential debate. Oh, Undead Gamer, did you miss anything big? No, don't worry. We're just finishing up some disgusting politics and we're right about to get to the good action. No, I should have seen it coming because, yeah, everything was relating to oil at one point, and especially Russian oil. So I was like, fuck, man, why didn't I see that? Oh, well. Like, who would have thought? Yeah, I was thinking Georgia was the last time Russia really had, like, a huge offensive. Oh, yeah, that was the other joke, too. In Canada and other countries, they're banning stuff from Russia because of the war. And then a lot of people started saying, wait a minute, what happens if China attacks Taiwan? Like, they're getting really close to doing that. So if they attack them, does that mean we have to stop buying stuff from China? Like, really, right? Like, if you, and I don't know anyone who's ever been to Canada, literally everything is made in China. Like, if you went around for like days and days and days, tried to find something made in Canada, good fucking luck. It's like the only thing I could think of that's made in Canada, probably porn. That'll be about the only thing. Or maple syrup. Yeah, I guess, can't say it. We do still make maple syrup. So yeah, all of our factories closed down a long time ago. That's where the new economy is going, if anyone's realized it. We basically put clothes on, and then we go on the internet, and we take our clothes off, and then charge other people money to look at us. That's what our economy is becoming. It's kind of a fucked up economy when you think about it, right? Aliens must have laughed their asses off when they come to the Earth. They're like, what are the humans doing now? They're like, oh, they're putting on clothes so they can't see each other naked. And then what? Then they go home and charge each other money to see each other naked. It's like, what the fuck? Are they really? Yeah, what a society. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Yes, victory. All right, let's get to the scroll burning before we offend anyone any worse. Oh, God. You know, Joe Rogan says that he likes to be the sacred clown and be on the sacred clown tour. Some days that's what it feels like I am. If anyone doesn't know what a sacred clown is, it's basically one of the First Nation things where one person or the person in the village that's like, or a tribe that's the sacred clown, they're the person that always has to say stuff that offends people. Sort of like how a clown makes you laugh. They're the ones that make you like consider stuff. They bring up topics that are really awkward that normally people don't want to talk about. Right, so yeah, we're gonna have to make some more clones to get room here. Thank God, I almost forgot. Alright, so let's go to the end and we'll make some clones. I'll try to do this quick so we can make room. Finishing quick is my specialty. Alright, I'm thinking for the longest time, I hardly made any water heroes. And it was so stupid because water is actually the one I need the most. So, well done, Leland. You fucked up again. So we can't curse the fuck up too much. I'll just have to make sure I focus on making water heroes. All right, so yeah, let's not make any more green heroes because green is like the most useless one. So I really got to stop making those ones. Or I shouldn't say it's green that's the most useless. Maybe, fuck. Lightning? No, because we got Suzo. Well, anyways, we'll just make the water ones first, and then after that, then we'll be all set. Alright, so green we can not waste. Fire. Fuck, man. I guess we'll go with lightning. Yeah, Mohammed's saying green is the most useless, but I'm kind of fucked right now, and not in a good way, because a lot of my team is green. I think, what do I have, like 3 of my main heroes are green. So I really got to fix that and like phase them out with blue ones, but it's going to take time, so it's not going to happen overnight unless one of the viewers wants to make a giant donation. Then we'll be doing it. Or I'll be going to Mexico, one or the other. Now, if anyone's wondering if my vlogging trips are coming up soon yet, fuck, man. Canada's got more snow and ice than ever this year. Year after year, it just gets colder and more snow and more ice just shatter all the existing records while we're paying a fucking tax to make it colder. Fuck. And they want winter to be longer. I'm like, fuck, man, winter's already 9 months here. How much fucking longer do you want it? Want 11 months of winter? Is that what we're after? Fuck. Oh, well. No, so yeah, once winter's over, then we're going to start, but we got a long ways to go. At least my backyard, about half of it's melted. So it's only like, I don't know, like almost up to my knee. So there's still quite a bit to melt, but at least it's not like waist deep anymore. I still can't believe you gotta hand it to the power of the government propaganda machines. They could go to Canada and convince Canadians to pay a tax to make it colder. Like, really? It's like, even just saying it sounds fucking ridiculous. People in Canada would want it colder? Yeah, it's like fucking 9 months of winter just wasn't enough. We wanted 10, no, 11 months of winter. 40 below just isn't enough. We need like 80. Oh, God. All right, I'll try to make these clones faster. God, this is taking forever. How much time do we got? Holy fuck, we're already an hour over the show? Jesus. That's what happens when you start ranting, right? Fucking rant, the whole fucking thing, whole clock or a whole time just disappears. Oh yeah, you know, I always used to joke in the past that I was like the worst gardener ever, and that I could never like get any of my garden to survive. All my plants always die. It's like onions die, garlic dies, fucking potatoes die. It doesn't matter what I tried to grow. Anything I'd grow just dies and dies. And one of the things I was having problems with is I couldn't sprout seeds. So I kept watching all the videos on YouTube, how to sprout seeds, how to sprout seeds. And all the ideas failed and failed. I could never get them to sprout. But finally, after like 3 years, or wait, since, what was it? It must be getting close to like 4 or 5 years. But anyways, all these years later, I got seeds to sprout this year. And it's so funny because I did the exact same thing I was doing other years to a certain degree, and now it just works better. So I'm like, all right, finally I'm able to actually grow plants. Fuck. I was actually thinking I was cursed for a while because I was like, man, the curse of Cain, can't fucking grow food. All the plants just die no matter what he tried. That's why he had to travel to a faraway land, building a giant stone city so that people would bring food to him, because if he didn't, he would starve to death. Oh yeah, and if anyone's seen my episode about the line of sacrifice, one of the craziest things that we learned today, I should have realized, the viewer was talking about a few different shipwrecks that were on the sacrifice line, like medium-sized ships and stuff. I was like, wow, that's so weird. I'm like, what about the Titanic? Where did it sink? And he's like, he wasn't too sure. So I checked it after the show. Guess where the Titanic sank? On the fucking sacrifice line. So I was like, holy shit, man, what is the fucking odds of that, right? You just take a line, what is it, 25 miles wide, draw it around the planet, and almost every fucking mass tragedy is always happening on that fucking line. What are the odds? Now, obviously, skeptics will argue and they'll be like, oh, you're just confirmation biased and all that. And I'm sure it is that to a certain degree. But is it to all the degree? I doubt that. The boy is diabolical. No, I'm lucky. Ever since I started that royal jelly, I'm starting to get some looseness back in my neck. My neck literally felt like it was broken since I had my concussion. It's the first time it's actually starting to feel normal again. No, what happened is after my concussion, like my head got crushed backwards. So it sort of fucked up the back of my neck. And every time I'd like move my head forward, I would feel like a giant pop, like my neck was breaking. And it wasn't like a normal like knuckle pop or whatever. Like I mean like a serious like whole head shifting fucking pop. And I tried telling like chiropractors and stuff and they're like, yeah, right. So yeah, whatever it was, like the pop started to get less and less and less like since it happened in 2018. But it wasn't until I did the royal jelly that it actually started to feel normal again. Yeah, like I can almost do that without the pop now. Fucking awesome. Whew. No, I think that's where I was lucky. I'm pretty sure my head would have exploded like a watermelon if my neck didn't break and take at least some of the impact. Yeah, that was so close. And I guess I was lucky too that the neck injury wasn't that bad that I actually died. It must have been pretty damn close though. I still, to this day, have yet to get a neck x-ray. I begged the doctors. I'm like, man, my fucking neck broke. Can I please get an x-ray? Like, sorry, sir, you're in Canada. Go wait in line or we'll just say no. I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, and in Canada, you don't even have any options. Like, the way our healthcare system is set up, you literally got to beg the doctor. And if he says no, you're fucked. You have no other option. You can't just go paying someone to do it. We don't get that choice. It's the socialist or communist way. Whatever way. Oh God, what's going on here? No material available? Oh, that's... There we go. Finally. Is it just me or am I forgetting how to do this? Like, what the fuck? Why is it not evolving them? Oh, I need solid foods bad. Alright, select a hero to evolve. Start off from scratch. Oh, I only have 2 water heroes. Yeah, that's why. But it's weird. Normally it just allows you to look and then you don't have it, right? Like you would press that and it would open the menu and there'd just be nothing in it. Well, so maybe they changed it during the last update or I'm just forgetting. It's probably me forgetting. That's where I think like sometimes I'm too narcissistic and everything's always about me. But then when I fuck something up and I'm like, maybe that narcissism's right. It was me that fucked it up. Alright, so I guess we'll make some fire heroes next. Or who? Yeah, I guess we'll make fire. Let's go with the FOMA, because yes, we can. Oh yeah, anyone else wants to know some weird spots on that sacrifice line? I got some other good ones that I found today. Mount Sinai, the place where the God of War, or I guess God, gave the commandments. And then, what is it? The other mountain that, what's his name? The guy that was ordered by God to kill his own son in a sacrifice. That's also on the God of War sacrifice line. So it really makes me wonder, has the God of War actually taken the place of the regular creator God and tried to trick people in some cases? Let's hope not. I think the Bible even talks about that, how sometimes people get tricked by demons and stuff. Who was it? Yeah, I think someone was mentioning it to me before too, that Islam talks a little bit about that, how there's like false demons or false angels. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with another religion. I'm getting everything mixed up today. I should be a chef. We can mix good. Alright, let's get to some scroll burning. What the hell is taking so long to finish all this? Less talking, more creating. No, I think what it is, my concentration for 2 tasks at once is lower right now. So doing 2 things at the same time. I know 2 at the same time is usually better, but not today. Excuse me, burping. I haven't even eaten. Excuse me, almost forgot. Where's my manners? Bloody gaping cockhole. I'm referring to the English chicken farming technology. All right, we're getting close to the end. Thank God. That's what she said. Oh, that was a bad one. All right, so I guess we have to use those water heroes because we're going to be getting more soon anyway, so it doesn't matter. What the hell? Why is it so hot in here? I could have swore I left the door open. No, not the door to outside, but I'm in a basement and the furnace only heats one of the rooms in the basement. So if I leave the door closed, my room will get super hot, but if I open it, it'll heat the rest of the basement and cool my room significantly. So I'll have to reopen that door soon. Or at least a bit more. It is open. Yeah, so what is else? Anyone else see any interesting video game news lately? The only other video game... Oh yeah, we only got 2, that's why. At least we remembered. I haven't been watching Pat and Ian's show lately because I kind of got really annoyed by them to the point where I can't even watch it for a while. I don't think I'm going to stop watching it, but man, I even canceled the Patreon to them. Because I don't know, at the beginning when I first started doing the Patreon, they were way more objective about things. And lately they just became so one-sided on issues. Like just totally bashing the Amico. Like I liked it better in the past when they're sort of like, yeah, the Amico's got some bad parts and it's got some good parts. Now they're just totally ripping it. I'm actually worried they're going to end up with a lawsuit. I think I mentioned it on the show before, but when it comes to like libel and stuff, they should really be saying that they think the Amico will not sell well. Not saying that it won't sell well, because that's literally libel, right? Especially if you're like a big video game influencer and you're telling people lies and like even it could happen, yes, but you don't know for sure. So you're literally lying when you say that you know for sure because nobody knows. So I don't think Tommy would actually go to the point. I know he threatens lawsuits over video game stuff, but he's never actually gone through with it. I know he threatened Roblox and he was going to try to sue them. But apparently they came to some like agreement without actually having to go to court. So yeah, hopefully that's what's going to happen with Tommy and Pat and Ian. Because I'm pretty sure like if Tommy gets to the point where he's like flat broke because he got fucked over by what Pat and Ian said about him on the show, he's going to be damn tempted to sue, right? Like, wouldn't you be tempted to sue? If someone went on YouTube and just bashed your company like every day for like years saying that your company was bullshit and that it's garbage and that it'll never sell, even though they don't know that for a fact. Like, obviously, yeah, the majority of people think that, but nobody knows that for a fact. It's like when an album comes out. Someone could say it's the shittiest song that's ever been written, listen to it and go, oh God, no one's ever going to like that song. And then you release it on the radio, and a whole bunch of people might like it. You just never know. That's the same thing when you release a video game console. You just never know. It could be a complete shit console, but it could still sell. You never know. Alright, so let's see. So I'll try to get back into watching the CU podcast and get more video game news from them, but well, I actually found out more recently that I tend to get the news faster than they do. So yeah, I guess I don't really need them for the news. Oh, no, Founding Father isn't that bad. We actually need copies of them, but I would just like a more rare copy. I always want more. Nothing's ever enough. Alright, so we did that. How many more scrolls do we need to burn? Fuck, man, we need 40, and there's 40 hours. 48, so that's roughly 2 days. Or maybe 1.5 days. 1 3/4. Will that be enough to do the brown scrolls? How many do we got? Ah, fuck, man. We're going to be so close. Alright, we'll do it. We'll just keep burning the brown scrolls. Alright, wish us luck. Keep your fingers crossed. Only one set. Don't jinx it. Oh, that was a bad one. Although, I guess we did get quite a few water heroes. Could be worse. Who did we get? Oh, we got a Sunstar. Oh, and a Chaos. That wasn't so bad. Let's try one more. Holy shit! Hey, Cabby Sims, how's it going? Holy shit, man. So many people tuned in today. Thanks, everyone. I keep thinking no one's going to tune in because I've been cutting back on show times a lot. And I appreciate everyone sticking with the show, or even new viewers. It's awesome. Feels like I have a life. I haven't left the house since 2018, but then my YouTube life is just killing it. Alright, so let's see. Fat Chili we got. Kim we got. That is just unreal. Wow. That was a really good draw. Alright, so let's draw this one next. Come on, good hero. American Bison? Yes! Fucking A. Yeah. Wow. American Bison. Yeah, he's one that we need really bad when it comes to making new Sunstar Reds. Alright, so we got the viewer's question. Not going to make Beowulf. Or, yeah, Beowulf. Is that how you say that? So Beowulf is the strongest attacker in the game. Alright, let's go check him out. I don't even know who Beowulf is because I've never made him. And I don't think I've actually fought him too much because I probably would have known him a little. Yeah, I can also make Umbuzo. Wow. Yeah, I'll go through my entire list of clones today so everyone can see who I can make. I know there is quite a few that I can make now. Alright, so who are we going to look up first? Again, Beowulf. Is he the water guy? Oh, it is too. That was a good guess. It almost looks like my memory is working. The only problem was I didn't know it, so memory wasn't going to do it. Right, and, well, I guess we did remember it was water. We got to give her memory credit for some shit. Alright, inflict damage. Wow. Increase attack. Normal attacks for random enemy. Wow. Craze. This increases the attack? Holy. Okay, so the people that said Beowulf is the best attacker, I think I believe it. I was a little bit skeptical when I first heard that. So the big guys in my server literally one-shot teams with him. He can kill everyone in one shot. Wow. No shit, eh? Oh, yeah. He's one of the new heroes, right? The Captain Kirk. Did someone say I had the ingredients to make him? I don't think we have this girl yet, right? And we definitely don't have Kirk. Well, let's check. Let me go water. Yeah, so Kirk is water. We've got him. Oh, that's the shitty part, eh? We've only got one copy of this guy. So we have to pick if we're going to use him for him or if we're going to use it for her. Or wait, yeah, for her. So who would you use it? Beowulf or Skady? Like, who's the better hero if you could only pick one to add to my team? Well, let's check that helmet guy. Maybe we have enough to make another copy of him. That'd be the relief. Oh, fuck. Alright, so let's check what water heroes we got. See what kind of damage we're looking at.
Only in fairy tales does the one you love tell you,
I am the guardian of the sea. King
So we got one copy of him. Oh, we got two of the Kirks. Or whatever, Captain Cuck. Oh, and we've got one of him. That's good news. Holy, he can double hit and he can't miss. You gotta be kidding me. That'd be sweet. Yeah, then you wouldn't have to pump all those stats into trying to improve his accuracy or whatever, right? Why is this one red and flashing? It's weird, eh? This box is blue, blue, blue. For some reason, this one's red and flashing. If anyone knows why. Alright, so anyways, let's get back to who we can make. Captain Cuck and that guy. So let's check. How many frags do we got? Do we have another Captain Cuck? I don't see him yet. No, we do not. So we're missing the Captain Cuck. And do we got the other helmet guy? Oh, I thought that was him, but no. Shit, so we only got one of that one. Alright, so let's check out the Vibram store. Is Captain Cuck on here? No, I thought he was there. Fuck, I think he was on the last one, right? Shit. Wish we would have found out sooner. Come on, viewers. I'm just kidding. Yeah, what a dilemma, right? So we need one more hero. Let's double check that again. What was it? We need one more to make Captain Cuck. Oh yeah, and then the girl. So the Chaos Girl. Let's see.
only in fairy tales
Nothing like a
does the
girl
one you
into
love
chaos.
tell you, "Please don't forget me."
There it is.
Since we can't tread the land by foot, we'll rule the oceans instead.
Holy shit. We've got two copies of her. Let's go check here. Right, so at least the viewers gave us a topic or a target to try to aim for. In the future, near future, what we're going to try to do is after we get the next heroes done, we're going to focus on getting Beowulf made. Because I like that idea. I love extra attack. That's the main reason I like Suzo so much. So yeah, we got one more hero for her, one more hero from him. So we're literally just two heroes away from Beowulf. So that's pretty good, actually. Oh yeah, can you imagine using all the fragments to make her? Calypso. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still a little bit out of it today for making a red hero. I think we're going to have to do that next episode. Because I really don't feel confident in making the right decisions right now. So yeah, we'll wait till the next episode and then we'll make a new red hero. Sorry to any viewers that were looking forward to a new red, but I think I'm going to have to crash soon. Oh yeah, it's almost midnight. I'm getting tired and yeah, definitely feeling weak and lightheaded. Oh, can you get enough pulls from this event? If you could get Cuck from there. Wow, viewers are really on the ball today. Holy shit, yeah, we could even get him and him. What the fuck? Oh man, that's a nightmare. Because that means I gotta blow the red scrolls, right? But we could do it, and we literally have to. Like, now that we know what we need for Beowulf, I can't not go for him, right? How many do we have? We're almost at 200, so we'll need another 200 points. How many red scrolls do I got? Can anyone do the math? Is that enough? We're at like almost 60. If we got 6 times 6 would be, what, 36? So 360 points? Or am I way off? 6 times 6. 6, 12, 18. Yeah, 36. Yeah, Muhammad's got a good idea. Just save it for tomorrow. Because, yeah, if I do it tomorrow, I'll be more alert. And I'll enjoy it more. Because right now I'm actually starting to get really drained. I got to go with the Muslim version of fasting and just try to eat more at night and fast during the day. Fasting all day and night is just a little bit over the top. Man, oh man. Yeah, I think even literally before I go to bed tonight, well, I guess I can't do that because I'm going to bed right away, but first thing tomorrow, I think I'm going to drink some milk, try to get some of the actual animal proteins back into me. Enough of this plants and supplements. It's just not cutting it. Now, I'm surprised my body breaks down without animal products that fast. Especially when I hear people that can go vegan for like 20 years. I'm like, fucking yeah, right. It's like I can barely do it for 3 days. I literally feel like I'm going to die. Well, not that bad, but it's close. Yeah, and then we still got to use the exchange ticket to buy Arena Girl. Although, fuck, man. Well, at least we'll be getting another exchange ticket back when we burn all the scrolls tomorrow. So then when we collect Arena Girl, we'll still have 2 tickets left. Oh, fuck. Do we even have enough? Oh, that's close. I thought I burned all my purple jewels and we wouldn't have enough. Oh, son of a whore. We actually have to make these, too. I think we might have enough to make 1. Not that there's anything wrong with whores. Who doesn't love a whore every now and again? Right, 193, 200. Yeah, so tomorrow Santa, tomorrow that guy. Shit. Can you imagine if we got enough to make Captain Cuck tomorrow? I couldn't remember. Was it Shelly was the one that said she was able to make Captain Cuck so fast? I was like, man, it's so hard to make him. How the hell did she do it? Fuck. We can't make them. We literally don't even have these 2. Fuck. Oh, I should have known. Especially since I just looked at it. Oh well, so we'll be closer to Cuck. Yeah, yeah. Yippee. Hope you get Bathory. Am I reading that wrong? I think I read it all right. All right. So I guess what else do we got for daily tasks? I should really... Holy fuck, we didn't get anything done today. We got a lot of talking done. That was about it. Complete expedition. We'll do a quick one for that. Alright, so before we do the quick expedition, let's get a quick message from the sponsor. Start getting this show on the road.
Today's show on the road is brought to you by Crack. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Woo!
Patrons. Alright, so Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, everyone at Patreon, thanks a million. If you want to donate to Patreon, really the only benefit right now is I give you a shout out every time during the shows, if I remember. And you can also log into, or yeah, let's say, if you want to log into the chat and plug your material, if you're one of the Patreons, I'll read it out on the air too. So say you have like a website that you're trying to promote, or a business, or whatever it is you're trying to promote, as long as it's legal. So yeah, we'll do that for the patrons too. And yeah, the patron song. And we'll try to get some more patron stuff very shortly. I'm going to get my 3D printer hooked up and we'll start printing some objects. If anyone's got an idea of a prize they would like given away made by a 3D printer, just let me know in the Discord and I'll try to do it. Can't promise because my promises fail all the time, but we'll try. There is no try, just do it. Society 6, finishing quick, my specialty. Comes in t-shirts, bed sheets, both popular with the ladies. Hado TV, pays you to watch videos. Swag bucks to shop. GameKit to try games. And free Bitcoin. It's a wallet system for crypto. Just make sure, follow the regional laws for all these offers, including the virtual maid sex machine. $10 off, 150 or more. Just use the coupon code LYINGBS. That's LYNBSN. Yeah, I'm almost forgetting the coupon code. You know you're tired when. Right, so yeah, at my website, let's get back to the game. Alright, so let's do one of these battles. Shit, man, there was like so many battles we could have did today and we hardly got any of them done. But at least we got some scroll burning. That was good. There we go. There's the attack team I like. No, my neck actually isn't sore. I'm just like stretching it because it's so weird how loose it feels. Not all stiff and aching. Alright, so there's our one battle for that. Yeah, now we're starting to make some progress. Oh yeah, the tavern tasks. Can't forget those. Didn't even collect them yet. Oh, fucking A. We got a satellite. Wreck the satellite mission. Excuse me. No, part of me actually wants the Canadian lifestyle. The one where they're trying to, the new normal. Everyone just stays home, never works, lives for free. It is tempting in a way, but you got to think like what would happen if you did that for years and years and years? Like how fat would you get? How lazy would you get? I don't know, for some people they might have the willpower, it wouldn't bother them at all. They'd still remain active and not overeat. But dear God, man, if that happened to me, it would be like a death sentence. I would probably just stay home eating fried chicken until I burst. Sad but true. So as long as I still have to go to work and earn a living, it's actually for the better. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Unless it's a heart attack. Oh, I gotta stop joking about that. Alright, heroes. Complete 2 ordinary clones. We can do that one. The tavern task we just did. Complete the dungeon and consume heroes. Alright, so we can finish that quick. While this dungeon battle goes, I'll give a quick shout out to the viewers in the chat. Yes, thanks so many people who keep tuning in. It fucking blows my mind. Every one of my viewers, you're way too nice to me. I'm spoiled rotten. If anyone wonders why I'm so spoiled, it's all your fault. I'm just kidding. John Madcat, thanks again. Hope your mom's feeling better, John. Yeah, it sucks, man, when family's sick. My uncle, the priest, just did the last rites for him. He hasn't woken up in, I think, over a week now. It's really sad, but hey, that's how life goes, right? We gotta remember it's a cycle. Not get too caught up in just pretending like everything's gonna be great all the time and then get devastated when it isn't. All right, Augusto, thanks again for tuning in. Naked HD. Keep your clothes on. Oh God, I wish we were on another platform and I could just tell all the women to strip. Right, Mohammed. Thanks again. Sorry for the stripping comments. Underrated gamer. Augusto Pasco Basilio. Well, I guess not all Muslims are against women stripping, I'm sure. All right, Naked HD and Mohammed. So thanks again, everyone. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like, what is it, the Mennonite community in my province or even my city. They're very against like strict, you're not allowed to drink booze. But if you go to a Mennonite party, guess what they're drinking? So yeah, even though they say that they're against it, like 99% of the time, when they come down to a wild party, they're still hitting the booze. Alright, so we got that one done. And I guess not all of them. We can't put all the Mennonites in one category. It's prejudice. Group them all together. They are not individuals. Alright. That's just terrible. Hero number has reached its cap. Oh yeah, because I just recloned all those people. Son of a bitch. At least I remembered this time. Alright, we'll do it tomorrow. Let's wrap up the show. I can't just keep being so tired. I gotta get some sleep. Get some food in the morning. This will be the best breakfast ever tomorrow. Let's hope. Not that I can't keep it down and I throw up. Alright, so anyways, let's go to the fire screen. Yeah, let's give a shout out to the viewers. Did we already? With the applause? Yeah, we did. No, usually I forget that all the time and I'm like, fuck, did I forget it again? And I just literally did it. Alright, so let's see. If you happen to get any red scrolls in your vaporizer and they taste like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. Really appreciate it. Just make sure never buy the products from my sponsor.
Because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone.
See you later. Now, isn't it kind of funny when you think about it? If you compare my memory to what it's like on weed, compared to what it's like after fasting for 3 days, you can almost see that like the fasting was like 10 times worse than the fucking weed. Isn't that weird? But anyways, yeah, let's wrap up the show. See you later. Bye for now, everyone. Later. Ah, Mohammed saying we only need to actually pull 35 red scrolls in order to reach the goal. Oh, that'd be sweet. Let's hope. Alright, see you later.